All right. I'm so happy that you're here because we are finally getting to the numbers. I hope that you are ready. I hope that you have done all of the pre-work because right now is when we will be able to actually walk out of this call. And even if you're quitting the course right now, you can go to a job interview and you are going to freaking nail it. And I'm going to be so proud of you. And I hope that I'm going to hear back from you with all of your wins and successes and how you felt about the whole course. Make sure to actually let me know, seriously. But what now? So the whole job interview is done. You are at the salary questions. And even if you are uncomfortable right now with actually saying one number, I'm not going to force you to do so, but I will want you to say a range. You can right now at the job interview, you can say, I don't know, this is my range of where I would like to be. It would be then the final number would then be based on maybe the whole package, maybe what are the other benefits, blah, 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 blah. You can just kind of dance around it a little bit. You don't have to say this one specific number. And now let's identify the range. So we're going to be looking at two numbers, obviously, right, within the range. We're first going to have a look at the lower number. So this, I want you to come up with a number where you know that this, you're gonna, let's say the minimum amount of money that you will be happy to receive for the value that you have identified that you bring. So that's exactly why I wanted you to do all of the pre-work before, because what I see over and over and over again is that people don't do this. They don't identify all the value that they bring. And then they feel pressured on a job interview and they actually lower the amount of money that they wanted to ask or they wanted to receive because the company maybe have pressured them a little bit of like, hey, you don't have a job, whatever, we cannot give you less. And you even heard it in the story I shared with you about my own experience in some of my job interviews in the past, where I felt like I kind of messed up the interview and I just kind of like lowered my number even like 50% less than what I actually originally wanted. Literally, the number that I wanted to get in net before taxes, after taxes, I told them that I'm okay with having this number before taxes. It's a huge difference back then when I was employed in Czech Republic. So just to tell you. And so I want you to know what is your minimum. But the minimum, I don't mean the minimum where you can barely survive. I mean the minimum where you know that the value that you bring is worth that. Obviously, I don't want you to be asking like a crazy number, and then you would be expecting that you're just gonna put your feet up on the table and not do anything, right? I still want you to be delivering a good job, so you know that this amount of money is worth what you're doing, but you will be happy. You'll be happy with that. You know that if this is the number that you receive, you're good. You sustain your lifestyle. Maybe you will manage to put money on the side or invest or whatever is it that your desire is. Put it towards hobbies, whatever, travels. But at the same time, it is still your minimum. And then I want you to stretch yourself a little bit. Stretch yourself to a place where you're just only slightly uncomfortable and really put there the ideal, beautiful, desired amount, slightly stretched. And this, my dear, this is the range. These are the two numbers that you have came up with that you are going to present as your salary expectations. So if the worst is the happy minimum that you're going to receive, you're going to be happy about. You will still feel like you are fairly compensated because this is really a place where I would love for you to get. You are fairly compensated for the job that you're doing. And it also keeps you kind of like pushing, it keeps you like, they are delivering me this amount of money. I want to be delivering a good job. It keeps challenging you. You feel still motivated because I really see so often how the people who get at the beginning, who get pressured into starting for a lower amount of money than they actually was their minimum, then very, very quickly, they suddenly feel unappreciated because there's a huge amount of work that they are supposed to be delivering, and then they can barely pay their rent of course, very quickly you're going to be looking for another job and you will have to go through this whole cycle again. And I don't want you to be in this position. So I really, really hope that this made sense to you. If you have maybe skipped the pre-work and you have just kind of binged all of the videos, maybe right now when you already know everything that I was talking about when it comes to the salary talk, maybe right now is a good time to go back, do the whole work right now to be able to come back to this video, to manage to actually set your range and be ready for the job interview. And I wish you so much good luck on the job interview.